Hey everyone, this is Ryan Chen here, and in this video I'm going to show you what goes on through the mind of our underwriting when we're pricing together a cash advance, a merchant cash advance debt for a prospective merchant to borrow. So, the unique thing about cash advance is that it doesn't really classify as a loan, and that's why a lot of the regulatory guidelines that you typically have with loans are waived, because what you're doing here is you're buying future revenue receivables from a business. You're not buying any form of, you're not issuing any quote unquote loan, but you're just buying receivables. So the first thing we do here is we actually count the deposits on a month-to-month basis. And this is important because you need to understand just, let's see here. We need to understand how much money the business is bringing in, right? So how much money is bringing in on a month-to-month basis rather than the P&L. Well, cash advance lenders, most of us, we don't care about the taxes, we don't care about the P&L as much as we do with the last 3 months of recurring revenue. Why? Because we're not going to be in here for an extended period of time. The P&L and the taxes helps because it gives us a bird's eye view on how profitable the business is. But the truth of the matter is, when you're issuing a 3-month note, or 4 months, or 5 months, and you're getting paid back 50%, you just want to find out, over the next few months, do this company have enough cash flow to pay me off? Whether it's profitable or not is a different story, because long term, they might have a huge bill coming up at the end of the year, but that's something that we don't actually really look into. Of course, if you have that information as the lender, as the cash advance lender, as the cash advance funder, your perspective, your judgment for the note will be better, right? Because the business, you would know that the business has money coming out end of the year and they're not profitable, so if you extend your note to go beyond the time horizon, you just might not get the money back. But most lenders in this space don't care. This is a high risk space, and with high risk precedes high return. In this example, at least, and you're making 50% over 4 months, 6 months, 7 months. So you don't need to see beyond 12 months, year to year, is the business profitable or not. What you need to see is month to month, over the last 3 months, does this business generate substantial cash flow, and does that cash flow cover my daily payments or weekly payments? For example, in this $30,000 note over 5 months, the daily payment is $430. Month to month, that's $9,000. Does this business has excess cash flow of $9,000 every single month? If it does, then the note makes sense. The other parameters I mentioned, the taxes, the P&Ls, those are extra. If you see a business is profitable, you're going to be more likely to give them a long-term note. If you see that business owner has better credit, then you know that he's more likely to pay you back because he takes care of his debt on a timely basis. But really, with cash advance underwriting, it's just a matter of cash flow. So back to this. This will be March. And I will simply put in the deposit counts for each respective accounts. Let's say this account is bringing in 1,000 in deposits. Same business owner, two different accounts for two different division of his company. And then I would look into his total average deposits, which is shown by this. And I would then determine the average deposit counts, right? And then I'll be able to use that deposit count alongside the average ending balance, the low days, and the negative days to determine how much fund I can give to them. In this case, the client's average ending balance is 1,000. So I know that if I have 430, it's totally okay, because he already has excess cash flow of 1,000 per day, or excess balance of 1,000 per day. So I can ACH him for $430 every single day, and there's no problem. The other part I'm looking at is the total holdback. And that basically is your average deposit dividing your total monthly payments across the 4 MCAs he has, right? These 4 MCAs, he's paying $36,000. That's a small amount of his deposit accounts. Most MCA lenders, because they're not accounting for the true profit and the true cash flow to the end of the year, when you're looking through your tax returns, they're just comparing the monthly deposit relative to the debt service. So 36,000 divided by the total average deposit brings it to 9%. Most lenders, as long as they're under 20%, they're happy. If you get the P&L and see how much of that average monthly is truly profit, that's a different story. Then you can be more rigorous, then you can be more aggressive. But again, because this is such a short-term financing, you just want to see on the next few months, do they have, on average, enough cash flow to cover daily payments and pay you back. I hope this video helps for people trying to break into this cash advance space, or if you're a merchant or you're a borrower, you're a cash advance borrower, and you're trying to understand the pricing behind these models. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment below, and me and my team will answer these questions for you.